What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead. Chandler Riggs Reddit AMA. Ask me anything. He just did some Q&A, basically. Spoiler warning about some comic stuff that he glances over if you're not up to date. But overall, it's not like spoilers. He doesn't give anything away because he'd be in trouble if he did. But it's just some things down the road if the show comes on with the comic or they catch up to it. So, Chandler Riggs. I got some of this information from a MOVIEPILOT.com article. We'll put the link in the description if you want to check it out. But the first thing I thought was interesting is how old is Carl? They talk about it on there, and there's a reason that they don't really talk about that is because Chandler Riggs is going to grow like a weed. He's 17 years old, but comic Carl is like around 13. I believe he's 13 years old. So he's way older than that. Chandler Riggs is 17 right now, but he's supposed to be playing a 13, 12-year-old kid right now on the show. So a little different. So we're never going to really find out Carl's age on the show because it's not really going to match up with Chandler. Chandler's been on the show for a long time, and you can see his head is different. So that's not the same hat from season 2 that he was wearing that hat. It's probably the same hat from season 1, but season 2 he got the hat. He still has the hat now. Season 7, but it's a different hat, as you can see the difference of the way the hat looks anyway, because his head is different, so it is different for sure. So I thought that was pretty interesting because, you got to have the right size hat, that's for sure. Chandler is excited for him to be on his own, away from Rick. If they go down the road of that would probably be season 8 or 9, where Chandler becomes a leader, or Carl, I should say, becomes a leader somewhat at Hilltop. He leaves Alexandria and Rick and goes to the Hilltop with Maggie and helps out there too. Would you want to see, Carl as a leader? I would, but they have to expand his role and make him more of a leader down the road. Chandler said that the babies are a pain in the butt sometimes to work with. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're toddlers, they're babies, they're young. There's been so many different twins on the show. They've had the same one, I think, for season 6 and season 7, but Carl has to deal with Judith a lot of the time, so he does have a lot of interactions with the baby. So I thought it was interesting to what he said about Judith. There's all the different Judiths on the show, just not the most recent one, of course. So they've had all these different babies to keep Judith a baby, because kids grow like weeds, so they're getting older and older and bigger, and you got to match it up with on the timeline. So working with the baby can be pretty tough. Chandler Riggs has the worst zombie apocalypse survival guide to himself if he had to do it. He would just jump off a building and kill himself right away. He would finish his pudding and jump off the building and commit suicide if it really happened. Thought that was interesting. Chandler Riggs loved the premiere. Season 7, episode 1, he thought it was great. He watched it. He knew it was coming. He knew the acting was going to happen there. He knew who was going to die and everything like that. But, if you knew the spoilers, if you knew what it was, you knew what to expect. But also, if you knew the comic, you knew what to expect. The acting was great. It was a great episode overall. People just got crazy of their favorite people dying, but Chandler Riggs loved it, and so did I. Now, Chandler Riggs reads the comic, as you should, good source material, and he says that he is not going to be cutting that hair anytime soon as the character rolls around. Too, if you know Carl, he has the long hair pretty much forever, and we did a couple videos about a theory for it, but of course, obviously, it's to cover up the eye socket and to, he's not really going to be getting a haircut all the time, even though he had time to do it from time to time, I'm sure, but Carl, the look, the eye, the long hair, that's his look, but Chandler Riggs said when he's done playing Carl, he's probably going to chop it off because he doesn't want to look like Carl there too, to not be typecasted or anything. So that's hopefully many years down the road. But Carl's going to keep that hair, guys. So Ron and Carl, they were terrible. And they had a big girly fight. And Carl, he kind of won the battle, I guess, in the pushing fight. But he didn't knock him out or punch him or anything, and that's what Chandler Riggs kind of regrets. He kind of would like to have punched Ron in the face instead of having this pushing fight. He just pushed him over and he fell down. It was pretty much like a 7th grade fight. It's pretty weak. Lydia. So if you know Lydia, Carl has a big relationship with Lydia. We'll just say that. If you know the comics, you know that there's a certain thing that happens with Carl and Lydia, a little wink wink. But Carl, Chandler Riggs, was talking about it. He kind of feels like this scene would be weird, will be weird if they ever get to that point on the show Will they do it? Will they not? I think they need to bring the Whisperers on. So Carl, get ready for that scene. Chandler Riggs loves his EDM. So do I. He's going to be putting out an album next year. So it looks pretty cool that it's going to drop. We'll just have to look for it. Hopefully it's on iTunes all around. Good luck with that, Chandler, because I'm pulling for you for a good album. Still no word on about the college situation for Chandler Riggs, but he did comment about it. He'll make his decision in about March-ish, so probably middle of March or whenever. You probably got to let schools know where you're going, what you're doing. I think he's going to be like a psychology major or something is what he said. He's going to make it work on the show and college. Don't give up the show, man. You can always go back to college. Can't give up The Walking Dead. It's a chance of a lifetime, so don't give up on that. So let us know where and when you're going to college, because I'm sure people might be going there just to see you. So there you go, guys. Those are some things we thought were interesting about Chandler Riggs and his Reddit AMA. Post your comments below, guys. Check out the Movie Pilot article if you want to read a little bit more about it. Good luck to Chandler and everything that you do, man. You're a good kid, good guy. Check out our Walking Dead community page on Facebook. All are welcome. Join the group, follow the group, all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe today to get more videos. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.